Hi there. The but word gets a bit of a bad name. I'm sure at some point in your life you have started a sentence in a conversation with a friend, but, and the other person has said that, well, what you're just saying is negating everything I just said. And in many respects, they're correct to say that. If you say, but what about? The translation is, you don't have enough information. Or, but I didn't say that. The translation is, you must have misunderstood, it wasn't my fault. Or, but it wasn't my fault. The translation is, you're wrong to accuse me of whatever it is you're accusing me of. I never worried those ferrets, honestly, Your Honour. It's the reason why sort of mediators, negotiators, and good life coaches, hopefully, tend to replace but with and. When you respond to somebody by saying, using the word and, you're not threatening their position, because there's a presupposition in that if you say something like, if your friend says, rants on, and you say and, you're kind of agreeing with what they say, and that's when you can slide in your own most valuable point, because I'm sure you are right and they were wrong. So this is really helpful, because it can build rapport and it can help us get our point across. Because if we start a sentence, but, what we have a tendency to do is send the other person inside to look for a rebuttal. So when you say but, they're already thinking, hang on, that he or she is just negating what I've said. Now I've got to come up with a reason why they shouldn't have done that. Okay, so that's not very helpful. But, so I'm going to negate that. There is a time when it's very useful to use the word but. I'm going through a fairly stressed and anxious time at the moment. I've got to be honest. Life coach admitting to be stressed, I know, shock, horror. But my wife's got some medical issues that I'm not going to talk about on here, and I'm fairly anxious about the outcomes of it. And I have to admit that even though I meditate every day, and meditation is brilliant for lowering anxiety and stress, and has been proved scientifically to do so many, many times, it's also more difficult to do when you're stressed and anxious. When things are going great for me, I sit down, plonk myself down, I can quiet my mind, and I can sit and meditate for 30 minutes, an hour, if necessary, and all's good. But when there's so much going on, so much turmoil, that's when it becomes difficult to quieten the internal voice, because it's constantly throwing up, oh, you should be doing this, or you should be worrying about that. Unconscious has got a great way of telling us we should be worrying about something. So here's what I've started to do. Okay, and this came from my meditation teacher, Bodhipasca, and it's to use the but word. So now when I sit down, if the thoughts start coming up about what may go wrong and the situation, how it could deteriorate, I will say to myself, but right now, everything's okay. But right now, everything's okay, because it is. I wouldn't be meditating if it wasn't okay. So right now it is. So the but negates the worries and brings me back to focusing on the moment, and the moment is fine. Now you may not be a meditator, you may be thinking, well, this isn't relevant to me, but it is, because you don't need to be meditating to do this. You could be at work worrying about your job future and stressing that there's a takeover bid or whatever, and you might lose your job. And you can remind yourself, but right now, everything's okay. Because it is. You're still in a job at your work. Or you could be at home and a thought pops into your head, and next thing you're just watching TV. And you can say to yourself, but right now, everything's okay. Try it out. It's very simple, and most of the brilliant things of self-development are very simple. There's nothing complicated about this. It's just people that complicate it. So try it out, and I would love to hear your feedback in the comments if you feel so disposed. And I will even, if you've got any questions on it, I'll do my best to answer those as well. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you soon. Cheers. Bye.